Hi guys, welcome to my videos. So guys, a lot of people I see on social media discussing about the options to call their parents to Canada in this difficult COVID-19 pandemic time where families matter more than ever. So today in this video I'm going to discuss some common types and how they work and affect. Again, I'm not a decision maker, I'm not an immigration consultant, I'm not a government body. So whatever I discuss in this video is totally based on my personal knowledge and research, and it should not be considered legal advice at all. This is what I have whatever I'm going to tell you is also available online on IRCC website. Thanks guys. So guys, a very common visa that many people use is visitor visa. Anybody can apply for a visitor visa, but there are strict conditions. First of all, when you come here as a visitor, you don't get any provincial health coverage, so, and you are not allowed to do any paid work as well. So that means there is nothing you are gonna make money out of it. Like if they come here and they cannot work, right, and you're gonna take care of their expenses. And in visitor visa, what I have seen, the rejection is also high based on circumstances. I would not say like it gets rejected in every case, but I have seen many. Then comes and moreover, if they come here like on a single entry, they can stay up to 6 months, and it can be extended if they apply, and if it is granted, then they can stay here even for longer. Next is super visa. Super visa is kind of visitor visa only, but here they can stay at a stretch up to 2 years, but you need to have insurance at least for a year, purchased from a Canadian provider for 1 million or 100,000, I think. I'm not exactly sure the number, but you can check that online. There's a condition that you must meet, and again they are gonna check like if you have sufficient funds and all everything. Again, the condition is gonna be same here. Like once they come here, they cannot do any paid work, and but yes, they can. The advantage is like they can stay with you up to 2 years. So if your financial situation and other circumstances permit, there is no harm in trying in this. Third one, which comes with limited numbers, is like sponsorship. So while there is no cap for spouse sponsorship, but there is a cap for parent and grandparent sponsorship, and it gets full every year at a very high speed. Like a lot of people want to try, and it keeps on changing. Sometimes it was like first come first serve, then it was like lottery based. It has been lottery based for past some time, but you never know. So there's a cap. I think it was 20,000 this year, but I'm not sure. I think it was 10,000 before that. But anyway, there's a cap. So only those number of applications are gonna be accepted, not more than that. So, and moreover, the biggest difference here comes is in the processing time. While visitor visa and super visa, they have like short processing time. I'm not talking about pandemic related effects, but generally they have short processing time. But for sponsorship, it takes around a year, around minimum, and it used to be 5 years just a few years back. So they have made great progress in this, but still it is high. But there are its benefits. Like once they are granted, they are like permanent residents. Once they come here and after they meet minimum residency requirement, they get provincial health coverage, benefits, and moreover they can do work, study, anything if they want. So there is no restriction. So that's the biggest benefit. If they manage to get through this, if you are lucky enough to get your application processed under this, and if they come here, then you have all these additional facilities applied. So there's an advantage of this process, but again the seats are going to be limited. So if you're applying, be hurry.